Intro video.
Hawke is doing the intro now. Okay. Okay, welcome everyone. Hawke had like a little bit of a technical difficulties a couple of days ago, so the stream that is still scheduled to be done in 3 days from now it's never gonna happen. So I decided to like help him out and like host the stream itself. And with me, I have Sarcastic Hawke. Say hello to our 0 viewers, Hawke.
Hello to our 0 viewers.
Hello. All right, so
that's Sarcastic Hawke.
Hello, you. I like to put things on my ass. So,
Okay.
what exactly are we going to talk about today?
Well, I was hoping to talk about the fact that, well, let's just be honest with you. The reason why the entertainment industry is terrible now is because the left just can't create art. It can only create propaganda.
Very daring today, aren't we?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yes.
It's been
that has been a thing for decades. Yeah.
Stop talking like that. I don't even sound like that.
I'm sorry.
Good Lord. Okay. I'm more refined. A proper accent. Okay. No, it's the reason why what came to my mind to do a stream like this is the recent news, obviously, about Dragon Age Day coming and going without any fanfare, and it hit me about the fact that nobody cared about it. Like, not even the people who supposedly are still fans.
I'm sure there was like a bring your plants to work day at BioWare.
Oh, don't remind me about
that. Or maybe we can just ask what actually happened, because like he lives next door.
Yeah, there was a bring your plant to work day. No, what caused it all was seeing the article about, obviously, Dragon Age Day comes and goes with no fanfare, and then seeing obviously people saying, well, yeah, because the Veilguard killed the series, and just hearing the NPC responses from supposed fans, and realizing that the only reason they even enjoy the game isn't because they actually enjoyed it, it's because it's the politics they wanted. Yeah, it's an outlet for their, it's a propaganda outlet for them.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the fans that have been the fans since Inquisition.
Yeah, or yeah, and it got me thinking about a lot of modern entertainment and why everything seems so samey. And then it hit me. It's the same propaganda, just repackaged into different things. So, yeah.
In case people were wondering, like there's actually an article about this on Kotaku that, even when Kotaku admits that, didn't like Kotaku like give like a very positive review of Veilguard? I might be like remembering wrong, but like there was like an outlet that was
I think they did,
praising it way more than it should be. Yeah.
Well, obviously it was IGN praised it, like gave it amazing scores.
Yeah, amazing. At like games like
No.
Yeah.
I mean, games like this were just it was just straight up. They took Dragon Age, used it as a skin suit for propaganda. They had no intention of making a Dragon Age game. They just went, well, this is the latest skin suit we need to have.
as usually it goes, because like I have not really played any of those like tiles. Like the only part that I went on to were some cutscenes that were uploaded to YouTube. Like that's at the extent that I was willing to go in with these materials, because like it's just so insufferable. There's not a bit where I'm like, oh, okay, like this is worth my time to play on my own. This is just like complete garbage.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't like the happiest with the second game, but like at least like that's like a full experience. This is just sad.
Well, yeah, because when I think about it, especially with all modern entertainment, the reason why I say it's propaganda and they can't create art, and this comes from like even like music, films, paintings, everything. It all comes through the lens of 2020's California. That's it. Every single thing is 2020's California repackaged into something else.
Yes, because California never changes.
So every movie is 2020's California.
Yeah. Maybe when like Mr. like science fiction horror guy was making like Escape from LA, he meant it quite literally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Surfing away
I
from the
started,
worst part of the world. Yeah.
oh, what is it? John Carpenter.
Yeah,
Is who
John
you're thinking
Carpenter.
of.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
No, but what made me even more notice this was obviously Witcher season 4 is out, and they also had that Witcher the Rats movie
Oh.
that came out, and I made a fatal mistake of actually watching the first season of The Witcher.
Yeah.
With Mrs. Hawke, and
Yeah. Those were
she
great.
really enjoyed it. But then again, she enjoys most things, like, you know. She's a sort of
Isn't
woman who
this
will
like a
watch
picture from that?
Mormon Wives of Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, that's the Rats and Siri.
The Rats. Do we have like?
So
yeah.
automatically, and this is something you'll notice. So The Witcher is obviously a it's Polish, isn't it? It's a Polish
It's Polish, yeah.
series.
Yeah. Supposedly, it's trying to like get
Um,
in like that kind of like
yeah, with
folklore
set
into
in
it as well.
yeah. So it's a medieval fantasy world where monsters and humans have like just been forced together due to like a thing called the conjunction of spheres. So different worlds collided.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting premise. So you've got loads of different things. You've got humans who are trying to make a world for themselves, but there's still monsters and witches, and it's all fantastical. So then Netflix makes a series about it, and what they do is they just make it about 2020's California and just sprinkle the fantasy over it. So what you get is, instead of monsters and political intrigue and all this sort of stuff, you just get current day politics that you can't you see it everywhere anyways, and then you just get 2020's politics shoved down your throat.
Yeah, it's like
And you're
so
like,
so funny
great,
that like
okay.
all of these.
So then you like Willow, and then or Wheel
Willow.
of Time, and then Doctor Who,
Yeah.
and you start seeing every single thing, and you start to realize, oh, hang on a second, why is every single thing just 2020's California?
Ooh, You're really cutting out there. Are you still with us, Hawke?
Oh, did I cut out? Sorry, I cut out. You sound like you cut out
just
to
like
me.
half.
Oh yeah,
of that.
Willow. Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, Villa. But like you basically, like, I was trying to like make a point that like it's so funny that like when you put all these shows next to each other, there's like such a lack of originality
Mhm.
in the way that it represents the characters that you could just put all these shows into like one like compilation, and like you wouldn't notice like when like some of those characters are talking with each other. Like they could be talking to like different characters from
Yeah.
different shows, and like you wouldn't even notice the thing, because like they basically lack any kind of like substance for that to like make a differentiation between those. And it's so bothersome. Like
Yeah, but
here I'm just looking at
that's
this frame,
because,
and it's
like I
like
was
not
saying,
really like speaking anything to
it's
me.
propaganda first, and
Story second, or maybe story third,
well, it's like
entertainment last.
it's one of those things where once you, if you ask someone what show is this, I don't think people could tell you.
People what?
So
Okay. Okay.
um,
This show, if I'm like honest with you, like
it's
this image, I think this is from Highlander.
it definitely. I think the issue is now that people are starting to put all these, especially now that loads of fantasy. Oh, it's whenever you switch over, I cut out.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot.
Hello.
Are you still here? Hawke!
Oh, this is fantastic.
This is
World class
amazing.
streaming system here, StreamYard.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I know I'm cutting. That's what I'm saying. It's world class streaming
Yeah.
system, StreamYard.
Yeah. So, are we still on the same planet? Okay, but
Cutting me out.
yeah. Oh no. Oh, what can I do? What can I do?
Mark.
Yes.
Mark. Snake.
Oh, you're cutting out again. Damn.
Snake.
Uh, we're gonna scare away that one viewer that we have. So, are you fine now?
Oh my god.
Okay, I take that as a no. Let's change the image to something like a more friendlier. Like how about like some Dragon Age Railguard companions? Like that will like set the mood. At least I can hear like some sounds from you. But it's really like mind-boggling. Like how can like he hear like what I'm actually saying, but like, he can't understand me at the same time. Or maybe he's just fucking with me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me? Private chat. It's killing the laptop. Okay.
Hooray!
All right.
I can
Are
hear
you
you
here
bits and
now?
bobs.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Can you
My
hear me now?
laptop's already dying. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, he's cutting out again.
Yeah. This is amazing. I never experienced something like this. Like, at least
Yeah, I
like
can
in
hear
the
you.
past 10 years. Okay. Maybe good old Hawke needs to join us from the phone, just like the old times.
Oh yeah, the old days.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can actually sort out, because this just that image is absolutely like my laptop just went no.
I killed the laptop almost. Yeah, give it a try. I think like the guests can wait.
Yeah, just hold on 5 seconds, because I've now got to switch my phone on.
Okay. So
To
how
be honest
has
with you,
everyone been today? Yes. How honest do you want to be?
I've been fine. We've had interesting stuff at work.
That's something new for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this phone malarkey. I want to explain to everyone that my laptop is not like really rubbish. It's just the fact that for some reason StreamYard kills it.
Yes.
I don't know why.
But we will find out in the next episode.
Oh, we can't get anything working.
I really should have just like changed like your like avatar to like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. 80 megawatts of RAM.
Oh, come on. Well, as I say, I'll just keep talking about what I was on about, with obviously the fact that everything's all the same.
Yes.
Is what I was going to say is, because there's so many fantasy shows coming out.
Yeah, like, a ton of them, and like they are flopping.
Yeah, I can't even get my fucking phone to work. We'll just talk like this for a bit.
Okay.
People have seen the evidence.
They have seen the evidence. They are well aware of like all of these things by now.
Yeah.
We don't need to show any of more of these.
Well, like I say, you could just literally say, right, the Witcher TV show, 2020's Californian politics in a fantasy setting. Wheel of Time, 2020's California politics in a fantasy setting. Willow, the same. Rings of Power, the same. Dragon Age, the same. And it all starts building up, and like you can even say other things. I mean, heck, the new Star Trek stuff is just 2020 politics, but in a futuristic setting.
They literally got like a Democrat, like a senator or something, like a politician, into the newest Star Trek.
Yeah. To the point that, was it Picard season 2? Was it? They even went to 2020 Earth just so they could get more 2020's politics in.
Yes, they did.
So you're like, oh right, okay. And then you've got stuff like The Boys, which is just 2020 politics but with superheroes. Like the creator of the show, Eric Kripke, is just has massive TDS to the point where, like, if you read the comics and then seen the show, they're two completely different things, because he's just completely hijacked the whole IP.
Yes,
into being his attack on Trump. And
yes.
It's like, oh right, how original.
Yeah, even though like the original career of like The Boys isn't like a very right-leaning person, to say the least, but like it didn't go as far that like it was just about current day politics. He's just like, he was more emulating his hatred for
superheroes,
the superheroes.
Yeah, and obviously it made him do some really strange, creepy stuff. But at least it wasn't Homelander's Trump, and you're like, right, okay.
Very interesting. What
Oh,
an
very
original
daring.
concept.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, it even got into like bloody Doctor Who, where they kept making the villains American stereotypes of like Trump, and you're like, oh, okay, right.
Did they do that? Like
Yeah,
I haven't watched Doctor Who since the 10th, I think.
one of the last ones was I think it was with Jodie Whittaker about some spiders, and the main bad guy
Yeah.
was a white guy who was, I think,
Oh,
was
that
played
was so
by
bad.
wasn't his name the guy who played, what was it, Mr. Big from Sex and the City or something? What I
Oh,
can't remember
bro.
the actor's name.
I for a moment I always thought like you're about to say like it was the guy who played Mr. Bean.
Rowan Atkinson. No,
Rowan Atkinson like Doctor Who. Like he actually did like a skit where he was like the
yeah,
doctor, I think. Yeah.
like in like the early 2000s. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, then
Fucking gay.
you start seeing like, well, all that was current day politics, and like every show is now being current day politics, just with a different thing.
Every single one, yeah.
And you start, I mean, it's getting to the point where, like you can say, you can start. The reason why I think it becomes so noticeable is because not only is it getting more blatant, but it's really, really starting to show that there's no creativity anymore at all. I mean, music now is all about left wing stuff.
It is, yes.
Constantly
Like
about left wing.
even the artists that worked like 50 years ago, like all they can say is that like we have to go together and just like go back to like the old system, which is just like a left wing government.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that they can like stand up to.
The second the right ever does anything in regards to, like, say, music, the left comes straight in, disavow it and destroy it, and then like create slop to take its place. Modern art is just slop. That's just propaganda. You know, it's all the same thing. It's all just propaganda. There's no, like I said, there's no creativity anymore.
Always,
and that's why everything feels stale. Every video game feels the same because it's all just the same stuff wearing a skin suit. I mean, a great example is with The Last of Us, the TV series.
Yes.
When, I mean,
the gay episode.
The games were, well, no, the games were bad because it's set in a world where the infection happened in, what was it, 2003?
Yes.
Which anyone who should know was just after, obviously, 9/11.
Yes.
Just as America invaded Iraq. A time period where gay marriage wasn't even legal in most places around the Western world. Where pride parades were still these very small things that weren't highlighted as much.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
Where there's no transgenders, there's no furries, there's no anything like that. There's no talk of kids doing all these things. It's a country where, it's a world where people even like Obama and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and all them lot were against, gay marriage and stuff. Where, like,
yes.
It was a very fringe opinion.
Even like Joe Biden has like a footage like from 2008 that he disagrees with Obama.
Yeah. And so that's the world in which supposedly society collapsed. And, so people got this mindset. And supposedly by The Last of Us Part 2, not liking two women kissing is seen as being a bigot when, you know, it was a common thought. But that again is because they had to make it current day, like our current day, not like that world's current day.
Yes.
And then in the show, when you see the pride flags flying when they go to Seattle, and you're like, oh, hang on a second, and it's like the modern day pride flags, not even like a pride flag from like the late 90s or something. And that's when you start to realize, oh, hang on,
I want to see that
Mm.
Last of Us season 2 Seattle. Really?
I think it's Seattle. I think it's where they go to.
Let me see. HBO Pride Flag. Yeah. Oh god, it's actually real. Yeah.
So that's when you start realizing, hang on, instead of making the world, thinking of how would this world function, how would it evolve, they went, our current day, just splodge it there. So it's especially jarring for someone who was alive back in 2003, you know, and saw things around.
Yeah.
To be told, well, they were pretty much the
yeah.
same. Like, no, they weren't.
Yeah, they did fuck up because like even in the game, like they represented it like the rainbow, but like those were non-existent at like the 2000s.
Yeah.
They were parades, but like they didn't like go to the point where like they do like the roads in this style.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a very taboo place to be.
Yes.
You didn't boast about going.
In fact, like people, like I remember, like in the early 2010s, like people like were still normal to joke about them, like say like that's gay.
Mm.
Nowadays, it's
And
like looked
so,
down upon.
yeah, and so it's one of those things where I think what's happening with the entertainment industry is I think that even the normies are starting to wake up to it, and that's why everything's being why entertainment's not enjoyable anymore. Why the term slop is being used a lot more.
Yes.
I mean, I'll go back to the Dragon Age example, because Dragon Age is a wonderful series that shows you what happens when you let the left completely take over something, and how all the creativity just gets drained out. So in Dragon Age Origins and in Dragon Age 2, the world is not this left-wing utopia that current BioWare fans say it was.
Yeah.
It's its own living, breathing world where there isn't left or right politics. It's just their own. It's their own politics, which has grown up over like 900 years. So there's bigotry and stuff like that, but to them it's not bigotry. It's just normal behavior. They don't like elves, or they don't like, in a lot of the cases, it's same-sex marriages, or women in doing being soldiers and everything like that, apart from a few rare exceptions.
Yeah.
And each culture is unique and different, and it's why it was so interesting, because it was one of those things where you could escape from our world into that world, and you could understand their you could understand their politics. You didn't have to have a metaphor for our world.
Yes. It's like they are tearing down like these places of escapism, and it's very hurting.
Yeah, and so obviously Dragon Age 2 rolls round, and whatever people's opinion on Dragon Age 2 is, that really did keep hammering home the fact that this is its own world. It doesn't have the same. It doesn't even have the same morality as our world.
Oh my god! Like, can you actually like put like the theme that like, oh, Dragon Age 2 is about illegal immigration? Because it wasn't the thing back then as much.
No, but what's interesting about Dragon Age 2, especially from the thing, is the fact that as a refugee, you're not really wanted there.
Yes.
And Kirkwall isn't seen as bad for not wanting refugees. The scene is reasonable, like there's no more room. As much as people try and integrate into the society, people still know who's who. Like Hawke lives there for 7 years. He's still known as a Ferelden.
Yes.
He's not a Kirkwaller. He's Ferelden, and people
Even as
spot
the
that
champion.
straight away. Yeah, even as a champion, he's still a Ferelden. He's still a foreigner. In fact, there's a side quest in regards to the fact that Aveline, as a Orlesian, is captain of the guard, and it's foreigners taking Kirkwaller's jobs. And then when you go and confront him, he's like, "Oh, the Orlesian and also the Ferelden," and it's like, right. So it's clear people are separate.
Yeah, so awesome.
Then you get obviously Inquisition, and this was at the start of woke period. And the biggest thing about that is the fact that they had to introduce a codex called Sexuality in Thedas. Right. Now, this codex does not exist in Origins, Awakenings, or Dragon Age 2. Doesn't exist in it. And in it is just left-wing drivel about how everyone's pretty much gay.
Yeah. I'm
that's
still not looking forward to ever playing Inquisition.
Yeah, and so that was obviously because that was the big thing at the time. Everyone needed to be gay. I think everyone forgets that is like everything needed to be gay, like in 2014.
Yeah.
And then slowly by Veilguard, what you get is the chucking away of this original world and just making everything 2020 California. Like Fereldans went from, a metaphor for like the English and, the Anglos to just, they're just multicultural communists. The Orlesians just became multicultural communists, but with a little bit of a French accent. Tevinter just became multicultural communists instead of a big evil empire. Ravane became multicultural communists. I mean, the Canary just descended into multicultural communists, but gay. And as you can see, it's the sort of like cementing down of anything original, and it's all become this great blob of the same stuff. And so obviously that completely killed the series, and that's why obviously there was no fanfare for it. And that's when you realize that they didn't make the game to sell copies. They didn't make it to be successful. They didn't make it because they thought people would enjoy it. They made it because
so they can spread more propaganda.
Yeah, so they could save their propaganda piece. That's it, and then move on to the very next thing. I mean, like you pointed out, when you look at that Corinne Bush's job history,
yes,
which was working on the Sims DLC,
the Sims 3 DLC in 2013, and then the guy gets hibernated and wakes up as a woman supposedly, and and then they decided like, okay, save Dragon Age, make the fourth game as a director.
That's not getting someone in because you think they're going to save the game. That's getting someone in because they know the script of the propaganda that needs to be set.
Yeah.
And it, and as I said, the fact that there's no fanfare now, there's no real. They just once they realised it didn't land, they just gave up completely. They moved on to the very next thing. Like if you really cared about the game, you'd at least try and put up some defense beyond the bare basic stuff that everyone puts out.
Yes.
And it's the same with like obviously The Witcher. That's just died a death. Even now in the new series, it might as well just be called the Yennefer Show.
Yeah, and like funnily enough, like that's like also like something that I noticed that like the author of The Witcher was always at odds with like this studio that adapted it. Like I don't really know, but basically like the studio that like bought the rights to adapt it as a video game. CD Projekt Red. That's the name.
CD Projekt Red, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So
he sold them the rights
for dirt like, cheap.
Pittance. Yeah.
Yes. But like the thing was that like the third game comes out and that's like such like a huge success. Like that's the one that like lets them greenlit other projects as well. Like, that was the beginning of like Cyberpunk 2077 because like they got hit like a jackpot basically.
Yeah, that game deserved all the praise it gets.
Yeah, the third game, like I only saw like footage and like when my friends were playing it at the time, but I never really got interested. But it does look like something that you will spend hundreds of hours on.
Well, yeah, I recently completed the main story. It took me 3.5 months, and
wow,
yeah, but that's because I was just doing everything, and I've still got the Blood and Wine DLC to complete afterwards, and that's got at least 90 more hours of content.
Oh, the good lord! But yeah, so, but like that was in 2014, 15?
2015, yeah.
Yes, so by that time, like 10 years passed by, and like CD Projekt Red makes like a complete 180 on like what kind of things like they want to represent. They buy into like all of these like leftist kind of funding that like equity kind of shit, and lo and behold, the author is like way more friendlier towards them. Like he has like no issues changing the lore itself, like about women being witches and such. Yeah, so it's yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he's just against stuff because he's quite a. I just don't think he's a happy guy now because he missed out on being incredibly rich.
Yes.
But the best part about The Witcher, especially with the show and stuff, is the moment that I dropped out of watching The Witcher was episode 1 of season 2. Now it'd been waning in season 1, but I powered through. But episode 1 of season 2, I can honestly say that 50% of the dialogue is "Where's Yennefer?"
Where's Yennefer?
Yeah, I can honestly, and the other 50% of dialogue is Yennefer's dialogue. And I was like, right, so we're just not going to be watching Geralt here. And I was right. The whole thing has just descended into the Yennefer show. Like the book that they're adapting for season 4, Yennefer's not in it, apart from a small little mention.
Yeah.
But she's got the most screen time in the series. So they've had to make stuff up.
Why you like feel that like is like the normie appeal for Yennefer? Like you come to like from the perspective of people that are only familiar with the TV show itself.
I don't think there's any appeal to her.
Okay, because like
there's no appeal to her. That's why they've got low viewers.
I remember like talking with what's that, like my colleague at work, and like I was asking because like he was like really hyping up The Witcher, and like I asked like you played the games, and he said like no, I don't really play games, I'm too old for that. So like he's like the typical like 40s 50s guy watching Netflix after work.
Mhm.
And I asked like I heard that like Yennefer is like really annoying, and like she doesn't even look the
Yeah.
part. And then he was like, oh no, he's like a
No,
very
when
attractive woman.
no, she's not.
But like
No,
that
she's
that's
not
the
at all.
opinion you get. Like that's basically like when I was like having conversation in the comments with people who are supposedly fans of the Fallout TV show, and then you come to
Mhm.
the realization that like they don't know shit. They only care like,
Yeah.
about the dumb action scenes on TV, and that's it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, well, let's put it this way: the only thing that's anyone's even talking about season 4 of The Witcher is what's his name? Charlotte Copley. What's his name from District 9? Charlie Copley, isn't it? Something. Is that how you pronounce it?
No idea. But I do
We know
remember
you know
this
which actor I'm on
line.
about.
I probably
Yeah.
do. I just don't like have like the face in front of me.
He's the guy who you've seen the movie District 9, haven't you?
Yeah, is he the main guy?
Yeah, he's the main guy. Yeah.
Main character. Okay. Vickers van de Merwe. What kind of name is that? Is he like South African?
Yeah, he's South African. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right, and he's playing Leo Bonhart in it, who's like a bounty hunter, and everyone's like rooting for him, even though he's meant to be the main villain, because he's the only redeeming character in the show.
Oh, good lord.
He also kills the rats, which is hilarious.
Ah, if only we could wish for something like that.
No, but he absolutely murders them in the show, like brutally kills them. And like deep down, like the writers were going, "Oh, this is gonna be such an upsetting scene." In reality, the audience like, "Yes, fucking kill them all."
Kill that woman. Kill that children.
And the thing is, they've wiped out one diverse group in The Witcher, and they've still just got another diverse group. And God bless him, Liam Hemsworth, but his other brother's got all the talent.
Yeah. That's why we don't really hear about him.
Yeah, he was. You're never going to fill Henry Cavill's boots. Plus the fact that the show really doesn't even want that character there.
Yeah.
So he's really not given anything to work with. So even if he was like an amazing Geralt, you'd only see him for like 5 minutes. So it would mean nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's another show that just became a propaganda thing, because the lead writer of The Witcher, this woman, I think it's Lauren Hischert or something, I can't pronounce her surname. These people with like weird surnames. She's tried desperately to make like spin-offs that don't involve Geralt, and they've all failed because they've all just been the same stuff over and over again. 2020's politics, put into a fantasy world where white man bad.
Yay.
And like I said, you start seeing it more and more. You see it in all movies, see it on TV, you see it all music. And you've got to ask the question, can the left even create art? And I have a simple answer. No.
They can't. Like, all they can do is like subvert it. And,
what?
Yeah?
No, what the left did was incredibly clever. What the left did was they infiltrated the artistic world so that they could decide what is and isn't art. So they make the decision of what is art. So the propaganda and slop you're seeing, they call it art because they've decided it's art, not because it is actually art. Like, but they just control the institutions that design what is art nowadays.
Yeah,
like no
that's
one would
really
ever
clever of
think
them.
that like a banana strapped to a wall. Yeah, well, a banana strapped to a wall isn't art.
Yeah, it's a
But
text write-off.
to people who want to, but people who want to subvert everything and who've taken over it, they can call it art. Everyone else knows it's not, but the institution says it is, and everything like that. And by doing so, what they've also been able to do is make the claim that only the left can create artwork. Like the right can't make art,
Yes.
they can't make culture.
I mean,
So-
if you let like them take over like every single institution that like, and people are not willing to stay there if they are right wing, then, or like if they are not left wing, then like it's just gonna turn into that because like they are not willing to leave because they are rats essentially.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where they take over the institution, and then they say that their stuff is the correct stuff, even though it's not. And then what they do is then they make out that the opposition just can't do it. And there's no way for the opposition to prove that they can do it because they just get censored and crushed and kicked out, like you say. And so it propagates the myth that only the left can create art. And that's why we end up with the exact same premise of every single form of media.
Yeah.
Coming out. Once you realize that, everything sort of like falls into place and makes perfect sense. Oh, why did this show fail? Well, because it's not meant to succeed. It's just meant to, push the propaganda out.
Take up space so like they can spread the propaganda.
Yeah. I 100% believe, and this is a God's honest truth, that if they thought they could get away with it, if they truly thought that they'd got control that much, and there was no way that there'd be any backlash, that all our entertainment would just be some person sat in a white room giving us a lecture for 2 hours on leftist politics, and that would be entertainment. That would be classed as entertainment to them.
Well, I want to like break your immersion, but like basically like the Fallout show is very closely like that soon, because it like does have like parts of it. Like I don't know like how much we watched. Did we watch the full thing together, or did we watch like parts of it?
We watched most of it.
Yeah, most of it, but like, I skipped over. It's but basically there's like long scenes, like 5 or 6 minutes long scenes where it's just like a character talking in a room. I like it's like not really like giving much. Like it's just like the elongated version of like the communist meeting scene, and it's just like you can so clearly see that it's just like trying to like stuff shit in your brains, and like trying to like manipulate you.
Look at the actual Fallout TV show, right?
Yeah.
So in the Fallout TV show, you're able to live out the left's idea of this like Nazi-run America because they're quite fascistic in the Fallout world, right? So you've got all that, you've got all this ability. What did they do? They turned 2077 America into 2020s California.
Yeah.
With interracial marriages, progressive views on gay marriage, progressive views on all this. And you're like, you could have done anything here to, show America as this terrible, terrible place, but you just couldn't because you still need that propaganda of yours to be the
Yes.
basis of a show.
Yeah. they literally could have done anything, and like they chose that instead.
It's like the evil group of big business, right? They could have 100% made it all white men, but they couldn't do it, so they had to have an Asian American in. Bear in mind, at this point in time, that Asian Americans were in like concentration camps in the video games, but they just needed that representation. They needed a black woman in there. They needed another woman with stuff. When it's like, you know, it's 1950s views of stuff. They're not going to have women running big companies, and you know, they just couldn't help themselves. They couldn't do it. We pointed this out. We pointed this out in our like coverage of it. The fact that Cooper has a black wife in a world where the civil rights movement and like segregation never really properly ended or started, like, doesn't make any sense. He wouldn't be a big, massive movie star. He'd be like kicked out of everywhere.
It's not really connecting those scenes yet, but it's probably done on purpose. So like it's ambiguous, and like you have to watch the full thing to like understand it. And I don't even know. Like I have the patience to do it with season 2. Like now that like they announced that like they're gonna like release the episodes like weekly, and especially like during Christmas and New Year's Eve, and probably everyone is gonna have like something much better to do than watch this crap.
Yeah, everyone's going to be enjoying themselves because they want to watch Stranger Things on Christmas Day.
Oh God, Stranger Things! Like I just can't. Like that's like another stupid show that should have ended after one season. It's still like it's never gonna end. Well, now it does.
I've never watched an episode, but Mrs. Hawke enjoys it, so I'll let her just watch it.
Okay.
But like I said, she also enjoys the secret lives of Mormon wives. So
I mean, like if she's preparing to be one, then like I mean, like can you blame her?
No, not really. But
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, but that's that. I think the Fallout show is one of the biggest examples of how the propaganda mind leech is just there forever.
It's incredible. It's incredible because it's made by like a company that doesn't even care about like its own legacy, or like not even like their own legacy, because like the first 2-3 games were done by Interplay, so like they only just bought the license because like they really didn't know like what to do with it, and they just put it in like an FPS and they made bucks with it. But it's really like scary, like how stupid the fan base is. Like it is really like I feel bad that like I have to use that, but like we really tried to like reason with them politely, and they weren't really nice to us. They were kind of assholes. Like
I still like the one person who argued with me.
Yes, like we literally pointed out that like that's Shady Sands in the background, and then he says like, "No, that's not it." Like, dude, like it's right there. Like we even like gave him like a timestamp, and like he's still ignoring all of that. Oh man.
I just have to laugh that I made the comment and didn't respond to anything.
He never responded.
I'm not bothered.
He absolutely ignored all of it. Like he just like took it on himself. That like, oh, I got insulted like that. These guys are bad.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so and there's loads of examples. I'm sure people can find even more examples of how like they just cannot do it. I mean, I go back to the Dragon Age Veilguard example. They set the game into Tevinter, which is like meant to be like the evil empire of Dragon Age.
They hyped it up in like the previous
where there's
games.
still
like
slavery.
You're wondering like what is actually going on there.
Yeah, and they just ignored it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they completely ignored it. They completely like brushed over it. They made everyone just nicey nice, and you're like, you just can't help it, can you? You cannot, you know, you can't do anything, and it's like, this is why as well. Like, we know it's propaganda. It's like the villains are evil, but only in the sense that they're usually white guys who disagree with the hero. They don't do evil things. You know, like there's no like pure evil stuff now beyond the fact that oh well, they're just Trump.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing that makes him evil. That's makes him a bad guy. And it's like, oh,
Well,
okay,
I really can't think of like anyone like more evil than Trump himself. Like, can you even name
yeah,
one? Like, and you can't name
no,
Indian.
no, I can't name a single person more evil than Trump.
Yeah. Oh
No,
man.
not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes you know, mid-century Germans look like nice guys.
Yeah, and he got like the peace prize from FIFA, so that must be very make
FIFA's
him
evil.
very. Yeah, FIFA is evil because they make those
Yeah,
games. I saw
yeah,
them with my own eyes.
yeah. You did, yeah.
Football makes the racism rolling.
Yes, yes, it does. But like I say, so you start. So it starts piecing together and piling together, and then, like you say, you start realizing, oh, I'm actually just watching propaganda here, and you
Yeah,
know, and you just start to go, yeah, like you say, there's no creativity, there's no nothing, because I just see the same stories over and over again. I mean, not Romulus, Alien Earth came out. What is it? 2020's politics in the alien
that's
skin
something I
suits.
didn't even
Well,
want to like check
well,
out. Like, what is actually going on in
no,
Alien Earth?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's very convincing.
It's it's one of those shows where I still to this day don't have a clue what the point of it was beyond
Right.
um, beyond just being another outlet for, you know, the left to push
2020 is
their ideology.
California.
Yeah, that's it. Like I don't. This is the thing. Like you see these shows and people are going, I don't even know why this is made. I'm like, well, it's just made to push an ideology. That's it. There's no other
Yeah.
there's no other reason. They've not done this because they want to create it. They've done it because their own original ideas are rubbish. So we need a skin suit of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why you see
It's
loads of
kind
like adaptations of stuff.
yeah. It's does make me laugh that like I remember when Willow came out, like it only made it like one season. It was so unpopular, like
Yeah.
Disney decided to like remove it and like have it as a text write-off.
Yeah.
And like
I mean,
it didn't even live like a year on that service. That's
yeah.
crazy.
I I could it this is the thing. They kill so many IPs off with it, and you can't think it's because they thought this was a good idea.
Yeah.
They thought people would enjoy it. It's not. There's nothing about people enjoying it. I mean, if they were serious about creating art and creating new ideas and everything like that, they've had plenty of examples of how not to do it now.
You would think like by now they would have learned about that. Like they like took that lesson to
Yeah,
heart. But like this is really not about like financial like advices or any of those things. Like they have seemingly like an endless pool of money that they can still get from legacy IPs, and they are just spending all of it on propaganda.
Yeah, but then again, it's also we're also in a world where, no offense, people can just make money out of thin air.
Yes,
Governments can just keep printing money, and they can just keep giving them out in grants. So they're going to
yes,
run out of money.
pretty much so. Yeah,
Like, look at was it which one? Oh, which one was it that was funded by the EU? Was it Dustborn?
Dustborn was like partially like funded by the EU. Yeah, like they took like
Yeah.
half a million euros of government, but not government money, but tax money, basically.
Taxpayer money, yes.
Yeah.
So they're getting funding from governments to push this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the BBC, right? It gets our tax.
Yeah.
It gets taxpayer money from like the
big black
TV
Hawke.
license.
Yeah, the TV license. Yes.
Also, it got money from that USAID as well.
They got.
Yeah, USAID gave them money. Yeah.
Why?
Because they were making propaganda, which the US government at the time wanted. So they fund like this. There is an endless stream of money. Like the BBC's never going to stop doing all this propaganda with stuff because they'll never run out of money.
They'll never run out of money.
Even when people saying we don't want to pay the TV license anymore, the response by BBC and the government is just to say, "Oh well, we'll get rid of the TV license. We'll just put it as a tax to come out of your wages."
Oh, that is horrifying.
Yep, especially horrifying because I've spent the last 4.5 years not paying my TV license.
Oh, and would you need to pay that just because you have a TV?
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's stupid.
You just admitted this on live.
Oh, it's fine. I've got an exemption.
Okay.
I keep filling in the exemption.
I mean,
they're not going to do anything.
I know they're too stupid to act. It's just
it's not that they're too stupid. It's just the fact that there's so many people in the country. They're never going to get round to the people who actually don't do it. That's why they target old ladies and like pensioners because they know they can scare people into doing it. Whereas the rest of us, they haven't got a clue.
They ain't got a clue. All right. The magical land of the UK.
Yeah, it's terrible. I hate it, but I love it because it's mine.
Yes.
So yeah, really,
everyone should love their home.
Yeah. So really, this stream was just about the fact that seeing a dead IP and seeing no one even care about it, no one really come out to. Well, a few people came out to defend, obviously, Veilguard, but those people were the same people who it was aimed at. I mean, they had more flags in their bio than a fucking Olympic opening ceremony.
Okay.
So you know, and like, I mean, and they're all like all accounts, I suppose, like Dragon Age fans who've blocked me. So I think I'm officially blocked from like nearly every single like BioWare account.
That is an accomplishment by itself. Like some of those accounts like are not gonna get any interaction anymore. So way to go, man. I think like right now is like the last probable time when like Fallout is at its peak, like the TV show, because I think like that's like the biggest IP right now that's spreading like this garbage. Because like it's both the show itself is just terrible. Maybe it has like good production value, but compared to the other ones, but it's just rubbish. Like I saw like the live stream made by I think Enclave Emily, and it pointed out like stuff that I didn't even think about, like with New Vegas, because like there's like that town where you meet Boone in the mouth of the
Novak.
dino. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one.
Novak. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the dino statue itself is facing out from the town and not inside the motel. And for the Fallout show, they turned that stupid dino 180 degrees so it faces like a pool inside the motel that doesn't even exist in the game. So it's kind of silly that they built
Why?
a pool inside the motel. I don't understand, because it's like, how
Is
can
that
you screw up
that's
detail like
because
that?
that's because there's going to be a scene where someone falls out of a dinosaur's mouth into the
Yeah,
pool.
but like, not even that, because like it's so far away from each other. Because like Lucy is the one standing in the dino's mouth with a sniper rifle, I believe, and like she's looking down on the cons that are like trying to suffocate the. They are hanging the ghoul in that scene, and it's just doesn't make any sense. And like, if people like notice errors like that in like a sneak peek
How are they
teaser,
suffocating the ghoul?
I don't know. Like they are hanging him
Because he was
by
buried
his neck.
underground with no
But
oxygen.
yeah, it's like, it's not like it's gonna stop him. It's- he's like a fucking zombie by all means.
Also, he's indestructible as well.
Yeah, except when it's like being choked to death. I guess that's his weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a terrible. You're just telling me stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I still remember the lore from like the last season. So they obviously don't remember it.
It keeps on changing. Like, you can take all the bullets. Like, you can be attacked by three, what is it, power armors, wearing guys, and this whole squadron. But like, you can just survive without a scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, I don't think they have an actual clue on what they're actually doing with that Fallout show.
None. I'm just like,
I just don't.
I think it's gonna be full of clips, and then people are gonna be saying that like, "Oh, this is so thoughtful. Like, we are terrible people. We need to be more nicer with everyone else." And then other people will point
1
out
week
that
after the
this is
last
all
episode
retarded.
comes out.
Yes.
1 week after the last episode comes out, it will be classed as the greatest bit of TV ever.
Yeah. Do you
And then 2
do
weeks
you
after
honestly
it
think
comes
that
out,
like
no
they?
one will remember it.
Yeah. Do you think like they deleted that so it can be participating in like some stupid like event next year? Oh my god, can it like be nominated for an Oscar?
No, I bet it'd be like a Grammy or something that they're trying to get,
Yeah,
and they're
something
just
like
trying
that.
to
Yeah.
just sneak it in. Yeah, they'll be trying to just sneak it in just so that it can go into next year's category or something.
Yeah. It's gonna be the most boring event ever if they elect that one.
How many episodes are there in this season? Season 2?
Eight episodes.
Right. So what's going to happen is there's going to be an action-packed first episode, then nothing for the next 6, and then the last episode is going to just end on a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Right. So that's going to be it, like I predicted for the first season.
I hope that like it's gonna be like the viewership's gonna be so low that like they're not even gonna. They already announced that like they're gonna like start like shooting season 3 in the middle of next year. Yeah, so it's like another case that like they bought like 2 seasons already, and like the 4th one's never gonna come out. Like, I'm willing to bet that like this 3rd season is gonna be like so disliked that people are just gonna give up on it. Like, I noticed and like from the posters that like they are planning to make the entire kings into ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a poster
For
like
some
that,
reason.
and it doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
Oh,
That's the thing. They just don't. The people who make it don't care about the lore or the story that they're making or anything like that. That's why there's so many plot holes and problems with stories. It's just get the next message out there, because that's all this project is. It's the same with all these other games, shows, TV stuff. It's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
They just. It's why there's plot hole galores. It's why plots don't seem interesting. It's why there's so many problems and stuff. And it's just ever so tiring. Like I've lost interest in new shows or new games or anything, because I've now seen the same story play out for the last 10 years.
Yes. And that's like the scariest part. Yeah.
It's the same story.
No matter where you go, it's gonna be the same story.
Mhm.
That's kind of like
Yeah.
I go back to like as old as I can with series. Like it has to be like from the 80s, so I know that like it's not restricted between like these boundaries. That like it feels like all these people are coming out from the same school of like learning stuff. That like they saw like something cool happening. Like, and this is like beyond like the propaganda and stuff. Like you have to like make the show into something that like is consumable by even like the lay person. And they just seems to be making the same stuff. Maybe they don't watch the same movies and like they just trying to recreate those ones, but it just doesn't have like any variety in them. It's so insane.
Like I said, you can just literally start making a list of all the shows that are coming out, and next to it you can just put current day politics in a whatever setting.
Yeah.
Like every single one is a multicultural cast led by a strong, diverse woman or just a strong woman. A white guy's the bad guy, or a white person's the bad guy, and most of the time spent dealing with current day issues.
Yeah.
That's every show, game, bit of music, and film. And well, no wonder people aren't interested in stuff. No wonder people aren't going to like the cinemas to watch movies. And no wonder people aren't, tuning into these streaming services. It's just
now that like they even like bought like Netflix bought like Warner Brothers.
get ready for even more.
Through that. Yeah.
I'm telling you now, the 2030s are going to be such an interesting time for everything.
I'm thinking like Netflix gonna implode. They just gonna break up.
Yeah, this is what I mean. The 2030s is going to be such an interesting time because everything is just on the edge of collapse.
Yeah.
We are literally looking at like the Golden Gate Bridge crumbling, and the like repair team has just got duct tape, and they're hoping it just sticks together.
that sounds accurate enough. Yeah.
But this is for like pretty much everything. Like we are currently in a world where everything is left-wing propaganda. Well, not even propaganda. It's just the left-wing ideology, and the issue is it's crumbling underneath its own weight, and everything's just so interconnected with it.
Yeah.
That when it finally does collapse on itself, sorry, when it finally does collapse on itself, it's just going to be absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. So many things are interconnected. To just keep it chugging along, like I say, they keep printing money, but eventually, like you say, they will run out of money, or else they'll just inflate it to the point where it's like everything's worthless.
Yeah.
So, but no, like I say, if anyone ever does actually watch this stream and find anything you say interesting, honestly,
there's one very dedicated
just,
guy who's been watching from the beginning. So yes,
I'm going to have to say thanks to my paraplegic slave. No,
did you talk about the TV
but,
license?
But honestly, if just have a quick look up of like new things coming out, see the description, or watch an episode of it, and I bet you could list down the fact that it ticks a box of multicultural cast, female lead, man bad, deals with current day issues, which is like the main focus of it, even if it's like an adventure film or something. And even if it's like meant to be some sort of fantasy, like sci-fi or medieval fantasy or something like that, it pretty much everything boils down to current day. Like you could drop all these characters into the current day, and they wouldn't seem out of place.
Yeah, it wouldn't absolutely just like blend in.
Yeah. And that's why I say that the left has no creativity. It's got no artistic integrity. It's got no artistic vision. It was just able to infiltrate the institutions to then make out the propaganda that it spews out. Well, that is art. So that's been my TED talk.
Yeah, down with the left, down with Netflix, down with Disney Plus. We need to stop whatever they are doing.
All right, Che Guevara, calm down.
Fine, I'm gonna go and smoke a cigar. But really, it's just
that's Fidel Castro, but that was close enough.
they look the same. They are fucking dead by now. They both have a beard.
Jesus.
I was about to say that really, yeah, it's just like really just like running circles with these topics, because like when you talk about like leftist media, it always like when I like talking with other people, like they think like it's a completely new stuff that they are about to see, like especially when it comes to these adaptations, and they always try to approach it from the perspective that like, oh, this looks like a very interesting way to like execute this idea, and like in a way, yeah, it's very different from like what we got used to, where like we can just follow along the story. Nothing is so irritating enough that like you just want to like shoot yourself in the brain, or like they what the hell were they thinking? Like I'm watching like the post-apocalypse, and they are having like a talk about like how they should just like roll over and die when like people are raiding their home. That is insane.
Yeah.
And like people are like buying this. People saying that like this is an interesting story behind like unraveling in the background. How? Who even paid money for this?
Yeah, I haven't got a
Yeah,
clue, pal. But like you say, it's just circular all the time.
yeah. It's 2020s
We go,
California.
like I say, we go through the exact same talking point. Yeah, we go through the exact same talking points and the exact same stuff, because it's actually very limited what
Yes.
is created. That's the issue. That's why when people say, oh, like the 80s and the 90s were quite good with stuff, it's because people were actually creative. Like people wanted to make these weird things. They wanted to make these strange things, and they just wanted to do it because they thought, oh, I want to get
People wanted to
this
make
out there
these
'cause
stranger
I believe
things.
it. Well, like today with even at work, we were talking about like Christmas stuff, and someone brought up Gremlins. You know, it's it's an out of the way, movie
Yes.
that wouldn't get made today. No one would have the idea to do it.
No, I like Gremlins 2
No one would
is
think, oh,
like
this
was even like a
this
fuck you
story.
even at the time.
I like the second movie.
Yeah, it was. It is very unique.
Mhm. But what I mean is nowadays, if someone ever thought up that idea, they'd be kicked off the project and replaced with someone who would just make the Gremlins Donald Trump XPs, and it'd be set in current day, and deal with stuff.
Yeah,
there wouldn't be anything unique about it.
none, absolutely none.
It's like look at that new Predator that's come out.
I thought that was an
it
AI generated shit.
Yeah, but it had to have a female character with them who helps them along and has to deal with like feelings and family and all this sort of stuff. And you're like, right, okay, we're just going over this same crap.
Yeah. But there's also like that upcoming series, I believe. Like it's plays in the It universe, and like from the
What
teaser
is it? What you
alone,
mean?
like
It Welcome to Derry.
yeah.
Yeah, but the series is nearly over now.
Okay, I mean, like it's, but like it basically like from what I saw, it's like like the clown from like an alien world isn't like the scary thing, but like racism instead.
Yeah, the black spot fire. Yeah, is done by like white supremacists. Yeah.
I
But
wouldn't be surprised
there's
like it was made by Stephen King.
Well, just there's just less child sex orgies in the series than there is in the books. No, there's loads of things like with this series which is just a bit like, oh right, okay, this is clearly someone who's never understood what 1962 was like.
Yes.
Like, because 1962 is definitely exactly like 2025.
Yeah,
There was no difference.
It's right next to each other. No way to misinterpret it.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, I think we've said our pieces really because we're starting to go over the same
Definitely
stuff.
Yeah.
The irony is I just looked up. Obviously, there's 2 more seasons have been commissioned of It Welcome to Derry.
Is there?
And yeah, and it's like,
Well,
oh, great.
Joe Bunga ruined everything. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that legacy.
Thank you, legacy. Whoever Joe Bunga is, we're gonna deal with him just like with Che Guevara and like Fidel Castro. No cigars for him.
Or like Pedro Pascal's family.
Yeah.
Do you see about
that? Chile? Like, no,
yeah,
I haven't heard about that. What happened?
Yeah, no, his family's related to Allende, the guy who got the communist that got overthrown.
Oh.
By Pinochet.
Oh, wow. I never knew that, like, he's so based.
Yeah, so, Pedro Pascal's family were a part of the communist government that got overthrown and had to flee.
So like part of his family got the helicopter ride.
Yeah. It just makes it.
Maybe
It just makes it
Pedro
funny
as
that
well, but like, it like they took like a lot more fuel on the way.
what I find so funny is the fact that they were part of this communist government that got overthrown, and then Pedro Pascal is now just doing everything in his power to make communism come to America.
Well, that goes hand in hand, yes.
So
Yeah,
but
he never gives up. Like his unbreakable spirit guides him through the racism.
I like
And
that from Legacy. Pedro needs his support
yes,
breasts for Christmas.
yes, who doesn't? Right. But yeah, like this is gonna be the wrap for today's stream. Thank you everyone for coming along and like suffering through our little like technical difficulties at the beginning. But I think like after like 10 minutes we kind of sorted it out. So StreamYard is not a very good place to stream anymore. It's very demanding on lower end PCs, but it seems to be just fine. Yeah. But yeah, like hopefully like next time we can talk even more about these topics, like maybe on your channel, Hawke.
Harvard Inspector just put hello, and I'm just like, oh, we're all going now.
Yeah, I think he might have been the guy who has been watching us for hours now. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Right. Any closing words, Mr. Hawke?
Closing words. Well, as Pinochet once said, it's a long way down.
Splash.
No, all I'll say is just straight up. The reason why media seems to be becoming the same and is getting worse is because it's not created for fun. It's not created for enjoyment. It's not created to entertain you. It's created to remind you of a time when you'd sit in a university lecture hall, and that's all it is. And that's why, if you're watching things like this, EFAP, Drinker, and all that sort of stuff, you get the feeling that I'm going through like this like flashbacks of like university or college or something.
Yes.
Yeah, it's meant to. It's meant to do that to you.
It's meant to be brainwashing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it was so funny when like Drinker decided to praise the shows that then later even his friends were like saying that like this is just unwatchable, but never admitted like for the reasons that you know what. Yeah.
Well, I always went down the route of by episode 3, everything that gets praised always goes to shit.
Yeah. That's the unbreakable rule that everyone should remember and use wisely. Have a good night, everyone.
Night.